Welcome, I am Miss Oracle. Thanks so much for tuning in to Matrix Study Hall today. Go ahead and like and subscribe as you enter, and I welcome and thank all of you that have already liked and subscribed. All right, so let's get into this now. This is a series that has been out for quite a while, and I just decided that, I'm going to touch on some of Tyler Perry's work that's out here. Now, let me say this first and foremost. I want to see our people succeed, okay? And so I drunk the Kool-Aid early on, although I felt it was a little weird because I remember being introduced to Tyler Perry in high school. During school, I think it was during study hall period, and the teacher in particular, she was like a very like Christian like person, and she actually had some of his bootleg films. And I'm like, okay, it was confusing because he was in the whole get up, but I kind of fell for it because it's just like, you hear his story, but then he has the Christian morals kind of tied into there, so I kind of fell for it. But Tyler Perry is getting out of hand. Actually has gotten out of hand, and it's just a part of being within Hollywood. It's just along with the territory. I mean, even if you think about from the beginning of his plays, men are not supposed to wear certain things, of course. And that was a part of him getting into position to be spreading a lot of this psychological operations. Okay, so I just decided to go ahead and focus on this one, which is the Oval. Now, I began reviewing this series and I haven't watched it completely, but from what I have watched, you all, there's so much symbolism throughout all of this. First and foremost, I just want to get into how they were playing into the tropes when it comes to hypergamy. Okay, so the woman wanting the man for his position, for his esteem. And even as I watched further into the series, she actually was the one that actually had a lot of pull, but there was a lot of resentment within this connection, a lot of adultery, a lot of neglect of children. I mean, anything you can think of possibly that could go wrong within a family dynamic, within a relationship, was displayed here. And this is a long-standing series. I think this series is still premiering. And I also think that it's really interesting that although the series shows how dysfunctional, they put on this facade in front of people in the series that everything was all well, but behind closed doors, it was fighting, like knockdown, drag out fights. And they show this, and there's a lot of people that just assume that, oh wow, this is great acting, but it's really programming. As I mentioned in some of my other shares, how it's almost as if people are aware. I'll put it this way: people may be desensitized because most people, they see that, yeah, it's toxic, it's tragic, but it's just like, it's trash, and they want to take it in, kind of like junk food, like binging on mental junk food. And they don't understand that it is eroding your morals, your values, your subconscious. Because even within the series, I mean, it was just, I'm not even going to give any spoilers, but there's those that, if you have watched it, you'll realize that it weighs heavy on you. And so with this type of content that's out here, and again, they're playing into, women of color. I don't even like using that term. They play into so-called black women being with men of other races, and it's so much dysfunction. So it's just like, how much better is it to choose a man from another race when you're going through even more dysfunction? It's just a lot of psychological manipulation. And even the relationship that she has with the children and he has with the children, it's just like toxic across the board. So I just wanted to come in and share this, how it is dysfunctional. And although we may want to watch things for entertainment, y'all, we got to be very selective, because this type of stuff, it'll have you running around here reenacting the things that you're seeing. So it's just a little tidbit of what I wanted to say, to be cautious in watching this stuff.